This show is brought to you by Databril, the scalable Amazon PPC management for large Amazon sellers and brands. Visit sellersessions.com/agency for more details. Hey guys, welcome back to Seller Sessions. Let's dive straight back in. Hey guys, welcome back to Seller Sessions. Again, we bring back Lee Ran. How you doing, mate?
Doing well, thank you.
Good. So today we've got some products launching, aren't we? So we've just been chatting off air. So I thought maybe we'll cover it here. Cool. Right. So basically with this product, which was launched into the UK, so that was 2 days ago, it went live. So I went for a slightly different approach. I normally just do the 90% discount. So I'll kind of flip this around slightly. So what I've started with, which I'll get the 90% discount later, is just to do PPC, 5 main keywords, exact match, just turn up the heat there, right? Mm-hmm. What I noticed within the first couple of days, and we've noticed that with Databril for our observations, certain times you've got like keywords, regardless, like you're super relevant, the keywords in the title, etc. You don't get any impressions on it. And I put this down to the fact this is a new product in a new niche with no reviews, no sales history. So Amazon's not giving us any juice at the moment. So we'll juice that later by doing giveaways with a storefront URL using that keyword. So at the moment, we've got no reviews. We've got ACOS about 200%, which is beautiful at this stage. We all love 200% ACOS as we squirm in our seat. And then I've just done a coupon code with it. So instead of a percentage off, I've done it in terms of currency. So it's in sterling discount, which appears obviously on the listing. And I've reflect that on the second image after the main image. So when you do the rollovers, you see the second image, then that offer comes up as well. One of the other things I've been experimenting with, even though I've got a history in doing AdWords, I'm running exact match campaigns we're using a canonical URL. So I'm basically using a tool to utilize my main keywords, and I'm sending that to the main product page on Amazon, hopefully to get like a halo effect. I want to give Amazon a different look through different channels when I'm sending traffic, but obviously keeping an eye on making sure I'm using keywords, etc. I've also done it in a way that within those campaigns, I'm split testing. So I'm sending 50% of that traffic on one ad, which is going to go through to the main product page with a canonical URL. The other 50% goes to the storefront, which I built for this product with a source tag. So we can track that. I've avoided the route of affiliate tracking at the moment, just in case there's any problem. And basically what I've set this AdWords campaign up is exact match only with ads rotated evenly. And I'm using day parting as well, because I know that it's a product and people, might want to buy something at 2:00 in the morning. I've just felt that in most cases, people buy up to about midnight, and then start again from 7 a.m. in the morning. Just generally, I could test 24 hours, but I'm just to tighten on the budget, because this is just an experiment really. So I'm doing that, and with the email follow-ups, I'm keeping it very, very simple. I'm just asking them one specific question. So the product then gets delivered 1 day after. I'm asking that question so I can start a pen pal relationship with that person, and then eventually start to ask for reviews. Now, within the first couple of days of this, I always take a batch of keywords, and because I'm always fascinated by this. So I've got the main batch of keywords. It's about 15 in total. Of course, the ones that we've done on the exact match, which we're running through our sponsored ad campaigns. What's always interesting for me, even though when they're not even those exact match keywords, you'll start up in the gods post 300, and then suddenly your keywords will appear in 265, 159. So our main keyword, which we're not getting any impressions for in the ad campaign, which I mentioned earlier on, is in position number 98, which is a bit random. Does that make sense? So you can't run PPC on it, but you're ranking for a keyword that you're not actually bidding on at this stage. So that's kind of interesting, and that may be because that keyword is coming from the AdWords account. Who knows? But I thought that was kind of interesting. Sorry. And then what I'll do next week as part of Wave 2, I'm going to be setting up the AMS ads. So with the AMS ads, we could just do the product display ads here. And the plan here is that because of the size of the bottles that we're selling in, we're going to go to put them against products with that are smaller bottles to show that we produce much more value.
Right.
And then after that, I'll run that for a week. I want to see how the rankings are based on PPC only, and the AMS ads. And then I'm going to go hard with 90% discount codes if required. So that's my current campaign at the moment. How does that sound to you?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a good strategy in terms of you're sending a variety of different signals into the algorithm, right? So it looks, to me, it looks more natural when you have Google traffic, right? And you have that going to the detail page. And then you have traffic going to the storefront, and then you're running sponsored ads, and so you're getting traffic from multiple places. And it's also, even though your ACoS is really high, you're also getting full price buys. So you're establishing, I think, a good sales history. And I think you mentioned to me earlier, you already have some keywords showing up like on page 3, which means that when you push your 90% off campaign, you're probably going to need to give away less units than if you are on page 23.
Yeah.
So, and, hopefully in the meantime, you might get, a few reviews in, and that might help, once you do that 90% launch and you get to the first page. If you have a few reviews in, then hopefully your conversions are going to, hopefully you can staying on the first page once you have those few reviews and people buying. One strategy I've been sort of like advising people to do is once they get that rank to the first page, is be very aggressive, like on your price.
Yeah.
Either do like a, high dollar coupon off on the listing, or a sale. But I like the idea of running like, if I have a $40 product, run $10 off or $15 off, be very aggressive. And I like that idea because one, you get the orange badge, right? On the listing, you have a big discount, but also it doesn't affect your future lightning deal prices. Yeah. When you're running a coupon versus just lowering your price. Yeah. So I like that. I like that approach. I also like the approach of, you doing the display ads on other people's listings. One thing I like to do when I run that is I like to use specific language based on the listings I'm up against. Yeah. So like you said, like my text sort of headline sort of in that thing would be almost like, something about more value, right? Bigger.
Well, you know what mine is? Mine's a question mark. It says, why pay more?
Yeah, right.
Because they know that if these bottles are, like my bottles are, say, 3 times the size of the bottles for the same price, right? That's the whole goal for me is like, why pay more?
Right. Yeah. So I think that's good. And then, you can also use things like Facebook traffic, right? So I've been using a tool called Zon Tracker, which is not 100%, but we'll connect to your Seller Central account, and we'll try to give you, through tracking of offline events, we'll try to look up the customers from Facebook that clicked, and then try to match up to the orders on Amazon. Kind of like a email append, but it's got like a name address append. We'll try to match that. So I would combine that with like, Facebook traffic, probably through a 2-step URL. You can run Facebook offers. Or you can send it to a landing page first, and and then send it out. Yeah. And I think what you're doing is good. You're sending a combination of signals, to the algorithm, and it would make sense that all these different combinations would send positive signals to push you up, because it looks very like organic as opposed to just starting off with a 90% off launch.
Exactly. And one of the other experiments I'll plan to do as well, once we get to the stage of hitting the Facebook ads, is I'm planning on doing stage remarketing. So obviously, again, using AdWords, you've got the Google Display Network. Mm-hmm. So when people come in and they bounce and they don't sign up to the page, and they haven't got a conversion goal, is that we provide an ad where that would follow them around the internet and say, why did you leave? Question mark, make a bit of fun of it. Your discount code is still here, and then send them to another page. Because you think, even though we convert quite well, getting that traffic very cheaply from Facebook to the landing page, a massive chunk of them do actually bounce, but there's an opportunity for pennies on the pound to get them back engaged and still offer them a discount code. Another thing about the listing I forgot to mention, a funny little story. So enhanced brand content. So on this listing, done all the enhanced brand content. So I hadn't done a 2.0 in the UK. So I thought, it's like you've got to deal with seller support And I just thought, right, simplest thing I can do is find a page that I like and follow the structure because I know it's been accepted, right? Easy enough. So in goes the submission, not heard nothing, chase them up. Then seller support come back to me and says, does not fit our terms of service. And so basically they referenced a file, a link that you should go to, which the link was broken. So then I had to go back and ask them, got the official link. Once I read through it, I couldn't understand what was going on. So then I said to them, can you, help me out and understand this? And they said, well, can't really explain it. You need to go here to that. And it explained itself there. So I then sent them a link to another page that looks exactly like mine, which I based it on and said, how comes this passed terms of service, but my one didn't? And they come back and said, no, you're right. This doesn't fit terms of service. If you would like, you could report them. And I'm like, what? I want to piss on someone's parade. I've got my own business to run. I'm not one of those people, who go and grasses people up for their listing. And I believe in karma, so I don't touch that shit, right? So I've gone back to him and said, well, what do I do? Because you say it doesn't fit. You're not giving me any answers. I'm going around in circles. In the end, I gave up. I just asked for the captive team. But on the same day, I then emailed the managing director of Amazon UK. And I got an answer back from both. But the captive team picked up the phone, walks me through it. So the basis of it is that my EBC was not talking enough about the product. So example, the product is manufactured in the UK. But rather than me saying this product is manufactured in the UK, I just talked about products being manufactured in the UK. And that's where it went wrong. So there wasn't nothing wrong with it. It was just the way that the page was written, the phrasing of it. And I only had to tweak a few of the titles and a few of the words and then resubmit it. So, but yeah, the captive team obviously made a bit of a difference there. But I am still waiting to get a final conclusion. But from my discussions, it looks like it's going to pass through.
Yeah, no, have you, in the UK, have they rolled out these, the same thing they've rolled out in the US recently with the ability to sort of create the same EBC like the A+ pages, where you can have comparisons to other of your own products with links?
Do you know what? They may have done, but I was in a rush to set up. Do you know how to not manipulate, but influence, if you like? On the product page, you've got compare with similar items. I've asked a few people, but it seems to me that I can't seem to get a straight answer for it, where your product will appear, it's in a table, and Amazon compares them to a few other products. So when a person scrolls down, they've got those variations. Do you know how that is, how we can nobble that?
Yeah, so I don't know for sure, but I would think that if there's probably similar words in the title and the customers are clicking on that product and they've also clicked on your products, right? Like if there's enough people that are viewing this product and then also viewing this product and there's some kind of match within the titles for keywords, that probably sends a signal. One thing I think just clicking on that product and your product and maybe having other people do that, or you just doing that many times, probably creates some sort of connection with Amazon. Because I've done when I look up one of my brand names, one of my totally other products in my other brand name comes up also in the search results. And I think the reason is because I'm searching a lot for my one brand name, and then I'm also searching a lot for my other brand name, and I click on the product, and I've now somehow to Amazon sort of made a connection between these two totally unrelated products. But because I search for one brand name and then maybe after another brand name and then click on it, for some reason, my one product is ranking under my other brand name, like on the first page. And so I think it's the relation of just clicking and trying to send a signal to Amazon that there's a relation between these two products. Yeah. So I'd imagine that, people could hack this by sending like bot traffic that, clicks on all these products and similar while sort of browsing and searching. I've never tested it, but I imagine that would be it.
Cool. Look, if anyone's out there listening who knows how to do this, contact Danny at sellersessions.com and share the love. Let us know how that's done. Hey guys, that's it from us. Please rejoin us again in a few days' time.